Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss MCP tools in Microsoft Foundry. Now, this discussion will be, well, I'm not really happy with how these tools are working at this moment, but MCP is rather new technology. Microsoft engineers are working very hard on this technology, so the fact that it's not working very smoothly at this moment is, I think, acceptable. And then Microsoft Foundry is now, this is the new Foundry look and feel, is still now in the preview state. So let's go and see how to set up MCP tools. But there are two ways to do it. One way is to just set up in the tools. So we say connect the tool, and we say there are some configure tools. You can get it from the catalog, and actually we are going to now connect to GitHub. Yeah, MCP removed GitHub, and we say create the tool. I need to give the endpoint. Now the endpoint for the GitHub tool is already set up, so it doesn't have anything special. And now I will just add my GitHub token and click on the connect. And in a few seconds, yeah, this is now the GitHub MCP server ready to go. And now let's see how to work with it. So we're going to the agents, and now we are going to make an agent that uses this tool. So the tools are used through agents. There are some predefined agents, and that is one of the things that I'm not really satisfied with how Microsoft Foundry in preview works right now. If you go in an agent and you try to delete it, sometimes it will not delete, like this time. So yeah, that is a little bit strange, but I believe it will be fixed. So let's go and connect the tool that we made. So let's go. This is my helpful assistant. We use MCP tools. In here, we'll go into the tools and we say add tools. And actually, we have configured GitHub tool. Add tool. So now our GitHub will be used. And then we say, okay, what are repositories of my repositories? And then I will ask, can I call the tool? Which is in a sense good, but I also want to discuss something about this, but a little bit later. Let's see how this works. Yep, and now it will go and list the repositories. Yep. Now, what I was thinking here, now this is a good way. So that the user should get an option to, let's say, to allow the agent to call a tool or not. But now these tools, as you can see, when I configure the tool is configured in a sense just once with one token. But what if different users have different tokens, or what if different users have different ways to access these tools? Now that is also in a sense possible to configure. So let's say if we now try to add a new tool, and now we are add a custom tool, a custom model. Now this is what you want. You want to have your own MCP servers and to add them, and I will create. And then this will be test MCP, then the remote MCP server endpoint, and then authentication. You can see in here there are several ways: key-based, out, identity pass-through, Microsoft Entra, and unauthenticated. So key-based is just you hard code the key. Auth identity is then the identity of the user is passed through to Microsoft Entra. Well, then if you are on Microsoft, let's say systems, then your Microsoft Entra ID is used to identify you, and it can be unauthenticated. Now I will leave this key based. And next, I have here a few options. here a live demo of the mock MCP. Yeah? And actually, this is one of the things that is at this point not working so fine in Microsoft Foundry qua MCP tools. Yeah, I will take the URL. Yep. And then I will say authentication will be with this authentication token. And I will connect. Actually, I will remove the GitHub because, yep. And then I will say, okay, what is the status of MCP? Yeah. And you will see that this tool cannot be accessed. Although, for example, I tested this on my local machine and by using Python, I can access this tool normally. So there is some kind of problems with some tools, and it's not just with this. Is the tool that we just we made from scratch. But for example, and let's remove it from here. And we'll add actually a new tool. So this is another place where you can add tools. So you can add them in the tool section or through agents. So we're going to the catalog and we're going to the Hugging Face. Yeah, and then this is Hugging Face MCP. So yeah, Hugging Face stores a lot of LLMs, I guess also SLMs. And here, yeah, it's a set authorization bearer. And then I will say, okay, this is how it's set up. Okay, so this is the setup, and I will say my href token. I will now take my Hugging Face token as I took it for GitHub, connect it. Okay, now it should work. So if I say, okay, what is the best LLM you have? Yeah, actually, it will just not work. So, yeah, we see that some tools are working, some MCP tools are working fine at this moment, and some of them are not working fine, but I believe that in the future, Microsoft engineers will polish this, and then the MCP servers, which are very, very useful, will be able to work normally. Thank you for listening.